Hello traders and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill. We're in Pattaya, Thailand, and looks like clouds and sun to me. That's a typical weatherman's forecast. 50-50. Maybe some, maybe none. Who knows? Doesn't look like rain though. Doesn't look like rain. All right. My phone says it's going to be 91 degrees today. I have to tell you, the last 2 days has been really nice. It's definitely not in the 90s. It's been really, really nice. So, my rant today, it's really funny. You know, when I set up to do my video, I do my thing and I get everything ready, and da. But every time, like 90%, I go to make my video, I need a fresh cup of coffee. Well, what happens is that my coffee is on its third cup by the time I do my video in the morning. So, of course, I get ready to hit the button, and I have no coffee in the coffee cup. Rant for today, William, get your act together. Make sure your coffee cup is filled before you start your video. I'm sure there are more important things out there in the world to talk about, but I thought my coffee cup was priority today. So what happened? What happened in New York? What happened? I opened my charts this morning and I see the dollar's gotten squashed. Absolutely mugged, the dollar. Well, I looked around and yes, Fed Chairman Powell spoke in the U.S. and was dovish, meaning it's not a good outlook. And apparently, the markets surely didn't like that, and the dollar plummeted. And I have 6 charts on another screen here. All these charts are anti-dollar. He just squashed it. All right. Oh, you know what? I did. All right, let's take care of this here. Okay, so let us, I'm spinning around here. There we go. Let us go and take a look at New York. There we go. So crude basically hanging out the last 1, 2, 3, well, on a fourth day, hanging out 50, 52, 51, 52. So it's sideways at the moment. What's going to happen with crude? Well, you would think the 50 level, we would see a significant bounce. We haven't seen it, really. It's still hanging out in that $1 and $2 range, which is pretty nice if you catch it, meaning that $1 will make you $1,000 in the euro futures. I mean, in the oil futures, crude oil futures. So it's not a bad deal. But right at the moment, there's really no trade right here. This just does not look like it wants to go bullish, that's for sure. And will it continue to the downside? Don't know. Dollar index, 96.83. The high yesterday was 97. I'm sorry, the high, not yesterday, the high was at 97.69. So, we're down more than a full point here. And, apparently you can see that on the charts. Apple looks like it took a little bit of a positive note to the upside. However, I did want to, and it's easier for me to just do it this way. Facebook highlights was that Facebook is really heading terribly to the downside. Well, it must have recovered. Headlines I saw this morning was that Facebook was spiraling to the downside. However, you can see it's at a doji now. You can see it was down pretty much at 131.85. It's now at 136.76. So it's taken back those losses. So we'll see what happens with Facebook. And Zuckerberg says he's not quitting. The VIX is hanging out at, 1849. The VIX is hanging out. And ES has made an upturn, of course, with this Powell bashing the economy. So the VIX is up, ESs are up, the markets are up. And the Euro 6E had an up tick because of that Fed chair speech. So we'll see what happens today. You know, I always believe that price will always come back to the mean after a news announcement. So I'm expecting, well, I don't want to talk about the ES because you don't know, but the euro looks like a great opportunity to sell it, as most of the dollar pairs, which we'll take a look at in here in a second. All right, there we go. Got that sorted. Let's jump over here and see what's going on news-wise. HIA home sales out of the Aussie. That will have happened by the time you see this video, because it's happening in 13 minutes. ANZ business confidence out of New Zealand. Private new capital expenditures out of New Zealand. Swissy's got GDP year-on-year, quarter-on-quarter. Keep an eye on that. Spanish CPI today. Year-on-year, quarter-on-quarter. HICP out of Spain. Good stuff. Oh, Mr. Draghi speaks again right at the European Open. He's going to be speaking. German unemployment change comes out today, and rate comes out today. They're not expecting any changes there. Pound looks pretty quiet. I don't see anything else going on there. German CPI month-on-month, year-on-year. HICP month-on-month, year-on-year. Keep an eye on that. The U.S. today, core PCE price index month-on-month comes out today. Yeah, initial jobless claims and PCE deflator. I really said this last month. I have no idea what that is. Personal spending comes out, and out of the category of current account, and pending home sales month-on-month comes out today. So we will keep an eye on all of that stuff as our day goes on. Good day. Lots of data coming out. A lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a fun day today. Yeah, Powell really squashed the bucket, didn't he? Yeah, Powell did it to us again. Ooh, this doesn't look good at all here. Okay, let's see if we can fix that there. Yeah, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. We weren't lined up there, so this might look horrible after I'm done. Let's get over to the charts. You know, the first chart I looked at this morning was this CAD, dollar CAD, and the only reason was because it was the last chart we looked at yesterday while we were chatting. And I saw this move, and I'm like, whoa, what happened? And then I jumped over to investing.com and had to read around a little bit, see what went on, and this is the Powell move. Now, this is bounced off this 200 exponential moving average. Of course, I think he did his talk at noon yesterday, or 1 in the afternoon, noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, depending where he was. And, you know, this bounced off that 200 after his data came out. Now it's sideways. You know, I would expect this, as I do with all the pairs, that this dollar is going to regain its strength again. It's going to come back up. I surely don't want to sell this into the 200 exponential moving average. So if you're going to do anything, I would want to buy this here up to our 33.20 level, then we'll sell it. I don't think that's a bad move at all. That still is, you know, still an area of concern. See, that's just out there. That's just you know, news overshoot, whatever. So we'll just leave that there and see what happens there. Was this buy the rumor, sell the news, sell the facts, right? Is that how that goes? Buy the rumor and then sell. I never can get that straight. Anyhow, yeah. So if you wanted to trade this early today, I would be jumping into this to the upside. However, there's a good chance it's going to go sideways, right? This is the CAD, and we'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Really, technically, if you think about it, really this should continue to the downside. But we'll see. We'll see. But this isn't an uptrend here, right? This isn't an uptrend. So we'll see. Maybe this will just fib out. Maybe this will just fib this. Maybe this will do one of these jobs here. Maybe we'll just fib that and see where it'll come out to. Yeah, it looks like the 50%, 32.90 somewhere in there. Yeah, just before this 3,300, expect us to tap that 55 in that area and then take it back to the downside. If we can get that up there, that'd be great. All right, let's take a look around, see what's going on. All these pairs are in the same mode, folks. They're all in the same mode. You know, the you know, I'm bearish in the year. We all know that. So I want to sell it, right? So really, do I really want to sell this at 6:50 a.m. in Thailand, which would be 18:50 on Wall Street on a Wednesday night? And do I want to sell this in Asia? Not really. Not really. I really don't want to jump into this trade here. This doesn't look comfortable to be into this trade. But, however, 90 minutes before the London Open, I would be looking and seeing what these pairs are going to do, because we're going to go through these pairs and you're going to see they're all the same. They all look the same. So we want to sell it. Where do we want to sell it? At 1380 looks great. You know, I love my 80s, 20s, double zeros. And this is right at a level where I would love to take this in and take it. What is the Great British Pound doing? Now this, you know, again, nice move to the upside. It was in the dumps here, right? It's down here at 27.40. Now it's 28. Do I really want to sell this? I do. But of course, I don't want to sell it right now. The problem is we got this 200 exponential moving average sitting right here. Then you got this 55. I don't like the way this looks. This 55 is pointing straight up. The 200 is curving to the downside. I like that. And the other problem is we're coming into that 2,800 level, that whole number level. And do you want to sell that? And if you took it here, you've only got 25 pips, 20 pips before you're going to hit that 28 whole number level. So this is really not a good spot to be selling this, right? This is just not a good spot to be selling this. My friends, if you want to be selling this, not that this is going to happen, but if it bounces back up to 2880, 2860, 2880 really, I would sell it. But I don't want to sell it into 2800 when we're only at 2824, right? That makes sense. We don't want to sell this. But the pair is bearish. The pound is extremely weak. And, because of data, I don't want to react because this is data moves. Let this get below this 2800 level. By that time, this 55 is going to be out flat, sideways or tilted down. To me, that just sounds like a better move. Wait till this gets down here, and we can take it. If it bounces and goes up to 2880, that's great. But what's the catalyst? What's going to make this get up to 28.8? The pound is not going to do it on its own. So either the dollar has to take another big hit, or the dollar needs to get strength. So I'm more in favor of the dollar is going to get strength, and this will continue to the downside. Entry is an issue. I wouldn't want to get in this above that 200 exponential moving average. Let it get below that 2800 level. Even if it's 2895, you get a close, get a red candle, jump in it. And you take it all the way down to 2720, right? It's a 70 pip trade if you can get in. Let's take a look at the Kiwi. Wow, yeah, these are all in the same spot, huh? Yeah, you know the problem, well, I'm in Asia, so it's different, but, if you're in New York and you're bearish on this stuff, Powell comes out. You remember I always say, don't get in front of the freight train. I don't talk about speakers, but I do talk about the major ones. And, you get the Fed chair speaking, and, he's in a piss match with President Trump, and, he just gave it a little shot in the arm there. Again, this I feel is going to come down, folks. This is going to come down. This is going to come back down to here, 68.30. This is going to come back down. It's going to take time, but it is going to come back down. Actually, we can actually get rid of this fib. It's useless. All right, so get rid of that. I want to sell this for sure. if at the 60 level, why not? Right? Now you see it's having a little fight here. Doesn't really know what it's going to do. Would I do this in Asia? Absolutely not. None of these trades that I'm talking about today, none of these trades that I'm talking about would you even think about doing in Asia. These are not Asia trades. These are 90-minute trades before the London Open, and then we go back to our charts. We take a really good look at what's going on. Maybe we can get into some of this stuff. But these are just, they all look the same. They really do. They all look the same. Let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Yeah. Even the Euro Yen, look at that, huh? Yeah, so we got resistance here. I'd watch this, see if this is going to bounce and maybe bounce up a little bit. I don't think in any of these pairs, folks, we're going to get continuation to the upside if you're bearish in that pair. So, I don't see it continue. It's going to continue to the upside. If it was going to do that, it would have done that in this period of time in the late afternoon of New York. It would have done that, and it hasn't done it. Once the announcement came out, 2 candles, we end up with 2 dojis back to back, and then we get the red candle. So the continuation to the upside, I don't see that at all. Right? We haven't taken out that high here. Looking left of the chart, this just doesn't look to me like these pairs are going to continue in that up move. These look like they're all going to come back down again, and let's see where we're going to stick good old sport at. What do you want to take some profits? Well, I really think your first line, is there. I would look for be taking profits at, 128.30, somewhere in there. 128.00 would be great. 128.10 would be great. But I think you're going to have an issue here. Look left of the chart. You got some stuff there, and I think it's going to start bouncing around. If you get under that 200 EMA, you got a lot of junk. You really do have a lot of junk. And again, we really want to get this entry up here, but we don't want to, our mind says, hey, let's get in this, and we have a really small drawdown, right? And that's true. But do I really want to jump in here now? I don't like this at all. I really don't. So very interesting. Interesting situation in all currency pairs. We could take a look at another pair that's going to look the same. The nice part about this is that really it makes our trading easy for today, right? It really does. It's not difficult. We missed this. This Aussie is really it's on its way, and I really do think that we missed this. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but you know what? We need to be selling this, right? But we should have been selling this at, well, no, I'm all right with that. No, I take that back. I really don't want to be selling going into 7,300. I was going to say we should have been in here like, at 7,320, right? Which, of course, that was, 4 hours ago. I was in dreamland 4 hours ago. So, yeah, let's get below the 7,300. Yeah, okay. That sounds really great. So a lot of these pairs were coming up to significant levels.
It's 7 hours.
7 hours in Thailand. And it's still, sunshine's coming. Sunshine is coming. It still looks like, we got to get below the 73. All these pairs are all in the same mode. Entry, just find your entry. Don't jump into it too quick. Like I said, 90 minutes before London. I think Asia's going to be pretty dull. It's going to go sideways. We really don't have a lot coming out. So just hold on. Well, traders, that's it for me on a very, very interesting Thursday. It's the 29th. Can you believe it? Tomorrow's the last trading day of the month. Keep that in mind. Traders, remember, I do not do a video on Friday. I do have another obligation. However, I will be back bright and early in Asia. And just let me throw a word out to Kent H. Thank you so much for your comments yesterday. on YouTube. Thanks a lot. It was really great. Definitely brought a smile to my face. Traders, that's it for me. Traders, what are we going to do? Always remember to trade smart, not hard. We'll catch you Monday morning in Asia. And what's more important than anything? Let's have a little bit of fun. Take care, traders. See you next time. Bye-bye.